Okay, it is time to change the fluid in my C8 Corvette transmission. So here's what I have. I have the fluid. They say it takes about 9.5 or 11 quarts, so I got 11 quarts. I got some Torx socket wrench, ratchet, electric ratchet, something to put the hardware in when I take it all out. So I think that's going to go okay. Swing around here. There's my car. I got it up on some blocks right now, and I'll be changing the transmission fluid here right directly. So you'll ask yourself, what kind of socket do I need to change that fastener? So it's just like a Torx. So I got these at Harbor Freight. They were like 10 bucks for this set, and they're a little deeper than you need. So I just went ahead and machine down the end of it, and so it'll fit on that fastener. Okay, so I already tested it out. Works just fine. I'm going to get going on that here right directly. Okay, I got the bottom plate off on the car here, and now I'm going to be draining the fluid out of the transmission, and I'll show you under there. So currently got the drain right there. I'm going to take care of that. Got the plate off, see that? Then up in there next to the filter canister, there's the fill hole. But right now we're going to drain the fluid out of the transmission. Drain the fluid out. But has been just about exactly 3 years and about 1 week. It still feels pretty good. And we're going to fill this up here and go from there. Okay, I let all the oil drain out there, and then I put the drain plug back in there. And then I got under there and took the fill plug out. That's what I'm doing right now. And that went pretty good. I would say that this thing's working pretty good. The fluid is going right in there. Alrighty, well, I'll come back when it's done filled up and we'll see how long it takes. But so far, I'm just using a pump thing to fill the transmission up with fluid. It seems to be working. That worked out pretty good for filling it with transmission fluid. This thing right here, this pump, worked out good. I got the transmission fluid changed in my C8, and now I'm going to put the cover back on here right directly. So I used my electric ratchet to snug up all the bolts holding on the aluminum pan shield there. And if you don't have one of those, I highly suggest getting an electric ratchet. They're really, really handy. And then I got in there with the torque wrench and torqued all the bolts to the correct specs. I believe it was 16 pounds for the larger bolts and 6 foot-pounds for the smaller ones. There were some really small ones I couldn't find anything, so I just snugged those up. Okay, I was able to drain the fluid out and put new fluid in. I got about 9 1/4 quarts out and put about 9 1/4 quarts back in it. I measured that with these containers I took it out in right over here. So that worked out pretty good. So I got about 8 quarts in. It came out the overflow. I started the car up, ran it in drive and then reverse for about 30 seconds and did that a couple of times. And then I was able to get about another 1/4 quarts in before it started draining out. So I was able to get everything filled up correctly and everything works out really good.